The information in the world doubles every day. What they don't tell us is that our wisdom is cut in half at the same time. Joey Novik.
The basic thing that the audience would take away is that we could be individually rational, but collectively stupid if we choose to aggregate the signals that we get from others in an unfortunate way. Information in abundance doesn't make us wiser necessarily. And that's actually the paradox of the information age, because we should think that the more information you get, the better decisions you're going to make. But it's not always so. When we are in doubt as to which decision we're going to take, what action to perform, what beliefs to hold, if we don't have enough information that we can gather from our immediate circumstance, what we tend to do is to look to see what others are doing. So it's the fact that we are driven by uncertainty. We don't know, we don't have enough information. And since we don't have enough information, we tend to tab from our surroundings and other people. And that can sometimes be rational because then we are using the experiences of others. But if they do the same at the exact same time, based on as little information as we have, then everybody basically acts on very little information. And a single piece of information means nothing. But aggregated amounts of information and beliefs and opinions may all of a sudden turn into a very, very strong public signal that others who are in doubt will orientate themselves against or actually follow. Buying books on the internet because you think that everybody buys it because that's the great book, that might not be reflective. Cyberbullying on the web, for instance, that you basically harass other people on a rumor, for instance, to the brink where actually you can get teenage girls to take, or boys, to take their own lives as a result of systematic harassment from the web. Now, of course, clearly, a lot of the people who are harassing don't know this person, but they look at what others are doing and they'll do the same if they don't have enough information. Social proof is, of course, as old as man, right? I mean, we are always susceptible to this, but what we haven't seen is the fact that irrational group behavior may actually be amplified by modern information technology to proportions we haven't seen yet. Information technology paired up with social proof can lead to collective disasters. So everybody buying the same stock, everybody buying the same real estate. So taking assets and basically overheating them to the point of the blink of a bubble. And once you get a bubble, they tend to burst. And burst of bubbles in modern economy and in modern democracies can be quite catastrophic. So for instance, a false rumor on an anonymous blog actually led the euro to drop 0.55% in value in 20 minutes. The way out of these problems are basically to make sure that the means or methods by which you acquire information for decision-making, action, deliberation, choice, are based on truthful information. One should be careful relying on others for good decision, because sometimes that decision is not going to be rational. Just because a lot of lemmings walk that direction doesn't entail that every lemming should, or rather perhaps that no lemming should. But from ever so often, we basically collectively make giant mistakes, although we may individually actually be rational. So think about that.